Nobody likes to feel disappointed. Whether it's not getting your way, waiting around for something to happen that's taking longer than you'd like, someone you care about letting you down, getting rejected, whatever it is, disappointment hurts. But what if we could reframe disappointment and begin to see it through miracle lenses? What if disappointment served a really important purpose, and without it, you wouldn't be who you are today? I'll explain. According to internal family systems therapy, every emotion, every feeling is wonderful. There are no bad emotions. To add to this, narrative therapy teaches that problems never travel alone. And if we're honest with ourselves, we will notice that disappointment has a number of friends who she travels with. More often than not, disappointment travels with control, frustration, anger, sadness. I had a client come to me once really struggling with her ongoing spurts of disappointment. We did a bit of somatic work together, and what was revealed to us was profound. I asked Sam to close her eyes and tell me where in her body she experienced disappointment. She said the space just between her throat and heart. I asked her if this disappointment had a texture, what would it be? She said prickly. I then went on to inquire about if disappointment had an age. How old would she be? Sam began to get teary-eyed. 5. Disappointment is 5 years old, she said. What's behind the tears? I asked. Is disappointment trying to let you in on a secret? Sam was holding her breath when she uttered, disappointment just wants to be liked. She really, really wants to be liked. She's been hiding behind years of pain and frustration because she doesn't feel seen, and all she wants is to be seen and understood. She wants to also feel like she is enough. So I asked Sam, do you like this 5-year-old? To which she responded, I want to like her, but I shamed her for so many years. I locked her away in a basement called shame. I exiled her from my life. I am ashamed of my disappointment. And then if that's not enough, I get critical of myself for being disappointment. Disappointment and criticism are friends. So I asked her, what does it feel like to be ashamed of disappointment? She responded with, sad. I feel hurt for her. What we had uncovered here in this session was that disappointment held the key to years and years of emotional pain for Sam. She could never quite understand why she struggled with feelings of not being enough. She also never knew how to deal with her aggression and criticisms towards the people she cared about who triggered her wounds. Disappointment was filled with golden nuggets of information, and this was a wonderful revelation. I asked Sam to ask disappointment what she wants right now. What does she need? Sam said, disappointment just wants me to be with her, to really be with her, to see her. So I asked her if there was anything she would like to share with disappointment. And Samantha at this point had her eyes closed, one hand on her heart, and she began to smile. I would tell disappointment that I love her, she said, that we got this, that we're in this together. I would tell disappointment that sometimes life can be hard and things won't go our way, but we can get through anything. And that sometimes it's okay to feel disappointment. It's part of being human. and I would tell her that she's beautiful. We closed up this experience with Sam sitting with her disappointment. She went as far as to envision herself holding hands with her 5-year-old self. By the end of our session, Sam claimed, "Wow, I never knew that disappointment could feel relief and happiness. I never knew I could feel so free." Many of us, in our own way, have shamed our unpleasant feelings. And this is a common experience that goes back to our childhoods, simply because we haven't been taught how to be with our uncomfortable emotions. All these feelings really want is for us to release them from exile, to take them out of hiding, to let them know we accept them and they are welcome. Being an adult is a journey of reparenting our inner child. This is the doorway to emotional freedom. So when I feel disappointment, I step aside from the situation and I sit with my inner 5-year-old and I acknowledge her pain and I let her know I'm there for her. The same way we would speak to our own child if she came home from kindergarten upset. We would have compassion. So why not begin by having compassion for ourselves? Releasing the blockages around shame will reveal miracles. Sharing is caring, so if you liked what you heard, pay it forward. Share this with a friend. And as always, happy manifesting.